Okay, now we are playing Ulio-chapter III, Triangle of Hate. We are continuing from the last chapter when Ulio successfully fought a battle and defeated the army and escaped back to his father's castle. And he proved himself worthy as a commander, so we are now beginning the chapter 3, Triangle of Hate. How hollow-cheeked they were! Ulio gazed upon the peasants in rags who shuffled through the gate of Ulug's castle to seek refuge. More and more this quietening news every day, but it was not Aguric those peasants spoke of. There were raids in all those years, a pale farmer whispered to Ulio. Both by Aguric's men, and forgive me, your highness, your father's men. But at least they did not impale us. Ulio felt a lump in his throat as he stared at the man in rags. Impale? Who does that? The Yeri, your highness. Ulio shivered. That name again. So the rumors must be true. A third party had entered the war of the two lines. The Yeri were a wild rider people from the western steppe who rolled over the country, breaking every resistance in their path. The battered lands were scarred and weakened by many years of war, and nobody had been prepared for such an onslaught. The rumors and the terror spread even faster than any Yeri horse could run. Ulug was the only one who rejoiced at the Yeri invasion. Scouts reported that Aguric had suffered a terrible defeat against the Yeri riders. His town had been razed and Aguric had fled into the inner ring of the castle. The Yeri had formed a siege ring around his refuge, and it was only a question of time until disease and starvation broke the enemy king down. Ulug sat up in his bed. The furor had gone, and some color had returned to his grey face. Who are those splendid Yeri men? I did not know I had such valuable allies. I must set up an army and join them. What? Ulio gazed at him in disbelief. Join the Yeri, father? Ulug smiled. Yes, son. Together with the Yeri, we shall crush Aguric for good. His voice quivered with excitement. My enemy at an end. Who would have dreamed of this? He whispered. Ulio, you have proven you are a worthy warrior. You shall bear me company. You shall be there when Aguric's shattered body lies face down in the mud. The old king stiffly pushed his legs out of his bed. One of the old physicians who stood by shyly raised his hand. Your Majesty, your health! One furious look from Ulug silenced him. Alright, Ulug's strong. The Ulug's hatred is very strong, and let's see the other things. Alright, we will not spoil, so let's continue. The Yeri came over the devastated lands like a storm from the steppe. I am proud of you, men. You have held the inner ring for many weeks. Do not give in, do not yield to those fiendish riders. We shall never, covering his face. Father, I'm sure those men understand your tears. I thought that if I would die in battle, I would die nobly battling Ulug. Now we're all dying to worthless, dirty steppe men. They're beyond everything I've seen. Everything. Border to Ulug's realm, fall. Ulug conquered. Onwards, men. Together with our Yeri friends, we shall crush Aguric. Father, are you coughing blood? Are you sure your strength is enough for this battle? I'm not willing to miss this moment. Halt, everyone! Ulio to himself. Do not even know if the Yeri are willing to ally with us. Right, let's save. Dark thoughts were brooding on Ulio's mind. If Aguric died, Luana would die as well, and the very thought caused him a lump in his throat. And then Ulio saw the corpses. 3 impaled villagers were swaying in the wind, a wind that suddenly seemed to blow colder than before. No, the Yeri would not ally with Ulug. They would never lie with anyone. Alright. Save point. Select Ulio to continue. My father is going into his death. I must stop him by all means. Along with you, please, make your men stop for a minute. Halt, men! What is it, Ulio? If we roll up with this army, the Yeri will think we're attacking them. We should set up a camp and maybe send a messenger. Ulio, the Yeri are our friends. I just know it. You're too young to understand such things. I shall go and speak with them. Coughing. Oh, Father! Father, you must rest. Men, as my father is unable to speak, I take over the command. Let us withdraw and set up a camp. Servant, is my father able to speak yet? No, my prince, but the blood flow has stopped, and he is asleep. He is recovering fast. I have rarely seen people survive such a thing. I also sent for his physicians, as you told me. Thank you. Please go and watch over my father's health. To himself, unbelievable. How could my father leave his doctors behind when he was hardly able to rise from his bed? I told him it was too dangerous. The watchtowers are meant to make sure that no one can escape from Aguric's castle, but they're also dangerous for us. Those watchmen are really fast runners. Some of them also have horses. Fast runners? Have you seen them run? Yes, my prince. Some of Aguric's men tried to escape from his castle, but the Yeri watchmen ran like a flash of lightning and alerted the main camp. The fugitives were hunted down like rabbits. Ulio took himself, so I must make sure none of the watchmen gets through to the main camp alive. All right. Thank you, scouts. You may leave. General, come here a minute. There is a change of plans, General. We must... With all due respect, my prince, have sworn loyalty to our king, even though he's not able to give orders at the moment. I would never act against his will. I am not acting against his will. I just want to set up a second camp. A second camp? Why that? You're not going to attack the Yeri, are you? Ulio to himself. Damn. Aloud. Not at all. I just want to close any gaps that the Yeri left open, so that Aguric cannot escape. I want to keep things... under control until my father recovers. General suspiciously. If we are closing the gaps, why do we set up only one more camp, not several small ones? We should not tear our forces too much asunder. General frowning. I volunteer to come with you when you set up that camp. Then I shall be able to report to your father how well you fulfilled his will. Wait. I should select a handful of soldiers who will follow me to the last. Archers, skirmishers, 2 food rations, swordsmen, axemen, halberdiers, 3 food rations, and Tarkans 5 food rations. Alright. I have no more extra food rations to win soldiers over. Ulio wants to set up camp in a remote place. If Ulug recovers early, it will take a while until his orders reach Ulio. Ulio must make his choice. Bring him to the east gate to go to the east camp, right corner of the map, or to the west gate to the northern camp. Ulio must survive. Alright, we won't read any hints further. These are spoilers. And I think it is easier and better to go to the north. So we'll choose north. Let's go. I understand we're going north. Yes, I shall lead the advance guard. Please wait a while until you follow me with your men. General Isley, certainly, my prince, but I shall follow you soon enough. After all, we do not want to tear our forces too much asunder. This makes things more difficult. We need to deal with any area on the way, but we must not let this curious general notice. Keep the general and his men out of all fighting. You lose. If the general or one of his men dies, one of the cards gets destroyed. Even one stray Yeri arrow flies in his army's direction. The general sees you fight, or even target the Yeri. Lure enemy units away from him. Destroy all 4 watchtowers in the north and kill the watchmen. If any of the watchmen gets through to the main camp, you lose. Ulio has decided to set up a camp in the north top corner of the map. Bring him to the light blue outpost. Ulio must survive. Alright, let's save again and let's be quick. Shouting back at the guards, and somebody give those peasants a worthy funeral. Failed corpses. General army is marching on. Alright. So, we should not stop. Let's save. Because if watchman runs away, there's the opportunity. Alarm! Oh no. So sorry. Alright, destroy the... Alright. Alright, let's put the faster speed. So, I put on a fast speed. Let's go.
Alarm!
Alarm! Stop this man before he can alert the main camp. Ah! The general army is taking the rest of 3 minutes. Alright, hurry. We have no time to lose. Alright, that was a hard fight, but the general army will continue their march in 2 minutes. Alright, let's save. Okay, another time. Let's save this. Alright, so we are going. Oh, the tournament ground. My prince, is this the just place where you fought Aguric's paladin? Yes, a sad place now that is deserted. Prince Ulio, Prince Ulio. Who are you? Your face looks familiar to me. The general army will continue their march in 1 minute. I used to serve Aguric's paladin. When you killed him, you rid me of my tyrannic master. And it was me who opened the gate for you, remember? Yes, I remember. I'm happy to see you are still alive. Listen, friend, I intend to break the siege ring of the Yeri and help Aguric. Will you join me? With all my heart. Stable at. Well, thank you. And let's see another time. This place will be hard to pass, with 3 guards and 2 watchmen in those towers. Wait a minute, one of the watchmen is walking off. He is heading towards the bushes. That means only one of the watchtower is guarded now. This is a good occasion for us to strike. Alright. Let's say it one more time.
Alarm!
Alarm! Where is he? stop the watchman, he can alert the main camp. Is Ulio healing? We have destroyed the towers, but where is the second watchman? He must be hiding somewhere. Another time. What was that noise? It came from one of the bushes. Nothing. So we'll send the witness to inspect the bushes. Alright. So there's only one bush left. Let's save another time. He escapes. Sorry for saving, but we must assure walk through the test book. Killed him. General has decided to continue the march earlier. The general as the army is marching north. Alright. We have destroyed the watchtowers and killed the watchmen. Now this area will be safer to cross. Alright, good news. We have made it, and now all we need to do is wait for the general's army to arrive. Alright guys, that will be it for the part 1. I see you next time.